Hey, good morning to you. Happy Friday, everybody. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Now, I have all you updates on these impacts. They did not change much, guys. They're not going to. This surface low is forming by Alberta, Canada, so it's going to be called an Alberta Clipper. So pretty much the impacts are intact of what's going to happen. This is going to change just a very little bit. No need to drag this on. Let me get to your impacts. If you've never been here before, make sure you subscribe. Because whether people want to admit it or not, my place knew about this storm 8 days ago, guys. They all made fun about the monster storm coming, but yet when it came true and that surface low in the south, here we are today. Make sure you subscribe, that way you get all the notifications and hear it first. I will find the storms before anybody. Now, the severe weather has already started and it is growing a little bit for the tornadoes for Florida. Now, I have all the links in the description to help save you time. Make sure you use the links. I pray that you watch the video to the end of the video, because I want to pray for you and your family. Make sure you are going to be safe, because we are showing there's going to be some very extreme impacts on a lot of people. So hit that like button, guys. Share the video on social media and help get the word out about this weather that's still coming. So starting with your tornado threat, Saturday into Sunday, you have a 2% of a marginal for tornadoes for Saturday into Sunday. There is a little bit of wind involved, 5%, but no hail. And so far, here's your cities and your states impacted going Saturday into Sunday for your tornado threat. Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Clearwater, Florida, Spring Hill, Florida, and Brandon, Florida. Now this will carry Sunday into Monday as well, because we have that long band coming off the front, and it's going to rip right down Florida. You are in the marginal area, and you do have a 5% chance at risk for severe weather, and it will be for tornadoes. And so far, here's your cities and your states for your tornado threat going Sunday into Monday for Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Cape Coral, Florida, and Spring Hill, Florida. Now, I also got this link in the description. This is to help you find the warning and the alert that's in your area. We have a lot of alerts and a lot of warnings. Click on your area, wherever your county is, and you'll know if you're in a winter storm warning or just winter weather advisory. Plus, if you scroll down, it lets you know what your impact level is, what your snow amount level is going to be, and if you have any of that ice or freezing rain, it'll let you know that as well. Plus, you have a radar from National Weather Service. Best radar you can have. You get tornado threats and everything off of this. But you'll see the weather coming into your area from National Weather Service, and they'll tell you everything that's going on with this storm. All you do is press play on the bottom left and watch the alerts. I also have this page. A lot of it is going to be from National Weather Service. Nobody better than to have the official meteorologist with years experience. I mean, the true meteorologist to let you know what's coming, guys. And this is your potential winter storm impact. This is your severity level. Everything in yellow is minor. Everything orange is moderate, where it starts bringing property damage and often threatening to your life. Everything in red, it gets to major, and you see how we're starting to grow that major now. Now, major is life-saving actions will be needed. I even show in the higher elevations of North Carolina, we are going to have a very small area of extreme. But you can zoom in on this map right here, and it'll let you know what your levels are. And you can see how you got the purple right there with the red. This is definitely going to be life-saving action is going to be needed. And in the purple is extensive and widespread severe property damage. Life-saving actions will be needed, results in extreme disruptions to your daily life. So you can see what your impact level is according to National Weather Service, guys, because we have a lot of areas that's going to have life-saving actions will be needed. Also, I have this link for you. This is your impact severity level according to who's going to get the ice and what the impact level will be. And I'll only have it for this area here. We do have it for Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And you can see who's getting the yellow and who's getting the orange. And the orange, let me remind you, is often threatening to life and property, some damage unavoidable, and typically results in disruptions to daily life. So you're going to be having a lot of power outages going on with this. But you can zoom it all the way into your county and see what your level of your severity impacts will be. I have the same impact severity level for your snowfall as well. So make sure you go to the links in the description and click on these links and see what your severity impact will be. Now, according to National Weather Service, your impacts from Thursday all the way to the end of the day for today on Friday is you have your levels here of how far these impacts are going to reach. Now, you can see down here that yellow is minor impacts, orange is moderate impacts, red is the major impacts, and of course the purple is the extreme. And when you go from Friday to Saturday, this is where the system is going to be moving. This is your major area of impacts of your severity, your minor and your moderate. When you go Saturday into Sunday, that's when it's going to go across the south and the southeast, and that's when you're really going to have that ice storm, that big potential of outages. That's going to start, matter of fact, they talking about 4 a.m. Sunday. I'm seeing it starting around 1 a.m. Sunday, going all day Sunday. But you can see how you have from Saturday into Sunday, you have your minor impacts in the yellow, your moderate in the orange, your major in the red, and your extreme in the purple, and that is for the ice. And that is the one I showed you before with the ice. So remember, that link is in the description to go look at your county and see if you're under extreme or major. Both of them bad. Then as you go Sunday into Monday, it's going to go up the mid-Atlantic into the northeast. And right now you have minor impacts in the yellow and moderate impacts in the orange. And you're starting to get a little bit of major up there in northwestern New York. Now this is your forecasted snowfall all the way until Saturday morning. And you have your color chart here, your legend. The blue is all the way from 1 to 6 inches. The yellow is from 6 to 8. The orange is from 8 to 12. And we don't have anything above that yet. But so far, 8 to 12 inches of snowfall expected in all of this orange, all the way till Saturday. Now, South Carolina and North Carolina, I know y'all been having troubles trying to find out what your snowfall rates because of this cold air damming. Those that didn't hear about that, when you have that high pressure in the northeast, spinning clockwise, putting that cold air from the north down into the mid-Atlantic, with these mountains, it stops all this cold air and it stays cold on the ground level. And then we have that low pressure coming up from the southeast. That's swinging warm temperatures from the tropics and the Atlantic, and it's swinging it over this cold temperatures. That's why you got the cold air damming. That's what's creating your sleet, your freezing rain, your major ice problem. But I do have this chart for you. This is for you in your county. You can see your color code of what your amount of inches of snowfall is expected according to National Weather Service. Nobody does it better. Now, living in Greenville before, been all up in North Carolina, Blue Ridge Parkway, very beautiful area. But I know you buy Duke Energy, so I have this link in the description for you as well. There's an app that you can download, and it will give you an alert of outages going out in your area so you can prepare. Maybe turn on your heater as you get this alert so you know that cold air is coming as well. And if you're worried about the cold air, if you have a tent, set a tent up in your living room. Put a blanket over the top of it. And if you lose power, get inside of it so you can stay as warm as possible. But there is a number here that you can call if you have any outages in your area. This is a great page. Please download that app. It will alert you of power outages going out before you get your power out. And I have this link in the description as well. And as you can see, according to NAM 3K, as you get the snow in the south, that you're getting a lot of freezing rain, not only for Tennessee, but for the southeast, for South Carolina and North Carolina. And that's agreeable with same thing. The GFS sees that as well. The Euro don't see all that, especially for Tennessee. So I'm kind of feeling like the Euro's almost the outlier, but it does see the winds in the northeast. But this will give you your best timing that you can think of when you're going to get freezing rain, ice, and snow. Your legend is on the bottom right. It lets you know what it is you are getting. But all you got to do is look at the time of day that you want this and just zoom all the way into your area and see exactly what's going on. Like for Greenville, they're going to be getting snow, then they're going to be getting ice. The brown is the ice. Bam. And your freezing rain is going to be a little further down South Carolina, more like by Union and Clinton. But it will move again over, and you will get more freezing rain, and you will get more snowfall after that freezing rain. Please use this app. It's the best way to know what's coming your way and when. Now, National Weather Service did put out a warning going all the way from Saturday all the way into Monday with your potential hazards. You have heavy snow possible right here in this blue from the 15th, all the way from the 15th to the 17th, all the way to the northeast. You have freezing rain and sleet from the 15th to the 16th in all of this pink. Heavy rain in all this green for the south and the coast. That's from the 15th to the 16th. Significant waves all the way from the coast of the mid-Atlantic all the way to the northeast for the 16th to the 17th. And I'm showing it's about 10 to 15 feet possible. Heavy precipitation from the 16th to the 17th in all this green area along the coast from the 16th to the 17th. And up here in the New England states, you're going to be much below normal temperatures for the 15th. Have a link for this as well so you can go see it. Heavy snow is expected from the mid-Mississippi River Valley to the Appalachians and well inland from the major cities, leading to difficult travel. There remains potential for heavy snow getting into the I-95 metropolitan areas. Significant icing is likely in parts of the Carolinas and adjacent parts of northeast Georgia and central Virginia. This will likely lead to power outages and damage to trees. Close to the immediate Atlantic coastline, strong winds and coastal flooding will be possible. So I have the link in the description for this as well, so you can see the wave height, so see maybe if it changes. But as you go into the 15th and go into Saturday, you're going to start getting 10-foot waves all up the northeast and a little bit closer towards the New England states, more like 10 to 15 possible. But as you go through the days of the next system that passes through the Gulf, you see it starts bringing some waves across the Gulf of Mexico. Then you're going to get that tornado threat going across Florida, and you got another chance for 10 to 15 foot waves all the way up to the New England states all along the coast. But for Florida, it's going to be more like 8 to 10 foot waves as this thing passes by you. But there's a chance for water spouts and for tornadoes. Northern Bahamas and Caicos, you have a chance for 7 to 8 foot waves as this system passes by. And so far for our tornado threat, and you see right here with your wind shear high, you're getting some storms shearing up around 3 p.m. for Saturday, and this will continue to track east as this system moves east. By 5 p.m., it'll start moving into the panhandle of Florida with some strong storms, so you do have to watch out for water spouts. You do have to watch out for potential tornadoes as this passes by all Saturday night. Then as you go Saturday night into Sunday, then it's going to move all the way from the panhandle of Florida, somewhere by Tallahassee, and go all the way towards Tampa with this big rip of storms and chances for tornadoes as they come on shore by Sunday morning. So just be aware, you do have some straight line winds that could be coming with this, but you do have chances for tornadoes to pop up with all this shear, guys. And all we can see with the NAM 3K is all the way until noon on Sunday, but you can see how the storms are ripping all the way across Florida, straight down. These storms get real bad Sunday morning. You start getting some cells sheared up from the panhandle of Florida, and they go into southern Georgia a little bit. So just be aware, this is going to be a long line of storms with potential tornadoes inside. Now, your tornado perimeters isn't that strong, but they are there, guys, all the way up to a 5 out of 10 chance for water spouts. Then they're going to come on land. And it looks like the worst of it is definitely by 8 p.m. on Saturday as it carries across the panhandle of Florida all the way until Sunday morning when it goes all the way towards Tampa. Then it wilds down as it goes southern towards Miami, but then your shear's gone, so I don't see that really happen. I see it stopping right around Cape Coral or a little bit below Tampa. Now, there's a chance for a supercell to form in the Gulf of Mexico around Saturday at 8 p.m. and carry all Saturday night, and this could easily whip up some tornadoes that will come on shore being a water spout first. Now, when you check your helicity, which is change with wind direction with height, you can see how bad the storms start to get. But when you look for Florida, just looking for the chances for tornadoes, they get a few chances, especially Sunday morning around 1 a.m. Some very strong storms coming out of the Gulf of Mexico and going towards northern Florida, 4 a.m. as well. So just be aware, you have the system up here. This is where your shear, your high dew point values are. So you're looking towards Florida and southern Georgia just a little bit, but mostly Florida. But look at these. This is pretty much what a tornado is wind direction change with height. You have wind direction on one level, you have another wind direction another level, you get rotation. 6 a.m. Sunday, some really strong cells goes on over northern Florida, carries to 7 a.m. towards Jacksonville before it goes offshore. And you can see with your helicity tracks that you get some bad cells that passes by, definitely by midnight. That's that one we've seen all the way till 1 a.m. For the panhandle of Florida, a little west of Tallahassee. Then as you go all night long, there's a chance for some nice storms, some water spouts to be ripping into the Gulf of Mexico. But it don't get some really strong tracks on land after that. You get a few chances a little south by Cape Coral, but most of them is going to be definitely by 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday into Sunday. That's going to be overnight chances for nocturnals, guys. But you can see your high 60 dew points is on the edge of the panhandle of Florida, and it rides that edge all the way across all night, all morning long, with some strong 60 dew points that could help spin up some tornadoes. It gives it enough energy and food that it needs as it carries across. And so far on your wind gusts, it's seen mostly 40s, but it's getting some high 40s to possible 50s as that storm passes by the panhandle of Florida at 9 o'clock at night, all night long. Gets up to some 60s at 11 o'clock when we've seen the worst cells at 12 and 1 as well. But it's mostly a lot of high 40s to low 40s as this storm passes across you, Florida. There's going to be winds for everybody else, Georgia, South Carolina. But once you get to 6 a.m. on Sunday, them cells really could get on there with some 50 miles per hour wind gusts. I think you might see some cells late Saturday night all the way until Sunday morning going straight across northern Florida. And you can see as you go into Saturday night, it brings all the storms straight across Florida. But it starts getting severe late Saturday night, and it stays northern for northern Florida all Sunday morning. So there really could be some cells that come out of that could spin up a tornado or two, guys. Please be aware of that, especially early Sunday morning before the sun comes up. Total precipitation showing 1 to 2 plus inches for the panhandle of Florida, but it gets lighter as it goes across the rest of Florida, maybe an inch in certain spots. And the Euro is picking up 50 miles per hour wind gusts in the Gulf of Mexico, 60 in the Atlantic, but it will actually be high 30s to maybe the edge of 40 miles per hour as this system passes by, and it will be for northern Bahamas as well, 40 miles per hour wind gusts. GFS don't take it as strong, it takes it weaker for the Bahamas, but it shows definitely 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts as all this passes by northern Florida, so just be aware of that. Now as we go through this morning, look at the high resolution rapid refresh. You can see as the sun comes up, it gets into Iowa by 8 o'clock this morning really good, and it starts getting really heavy. Goes towards Wisconsin by 10, 11 o'clock, but look at the heavy snowfall that's coming over Iowa. Then you're going to be getting rainfall for northern Missouri before it changes over, as well as Illinois. It's going to be mostly western Illinois for a while, but Friday at 1 p.m. it's going to start moving in, and the thickness of the snow is going to start moving in tonight around 5 p.m. But look at that heavy line of snow that's coming. You can only see 18 hours with a high resolution rapid refresh. That's a lot of snow. So as you go through the track and see what the amounts are, you see it gets really heavy for southern Minnesota all across central Iowa. This is all the way until 10 o'clock tonight. And so far it's showing 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches for southeast North Dakota, northeast South Dakota getting a little bit heavier. From central Minnesota on down, it starts getting heavier, 1 to 5 inches. Then it goes down to 6 to 9 to 10 to 11 for Iowa, all the way down to 7 and 8 as you go more southern down Iowa. But it's only bringing 1, maybe 2 inches into Wisconsin and Illinois by then. A little bit heavier for western Illinois. This is only until 10 o'clock tonight. But the wind gust is 40 to 50 miles per hour wind gust as it passes through. So it is bringing a lot of strong winds. So just be aware. Even gets up to 60 as it goes from 6 to 7 o'clock tonight, especially for Oklahoma and Texas. All of the weather is going to be east side loaded. Y'all going to get all the winds all the way from Dakotas on down to Texas. And that's bringing 50s and 60s by 10 o'clock tonight. And so far, according to high resolution rapid refresh, not a lot of sleet at all yet. Or freezing rain, just a little bit, maybe a third of an inch for South Dakota. Now, when you look according to the NAM, so you can see a little bit further, you can see the NAM is bringing the heavy snow, is bringing rain first. Then you're going to be getting some ice, freezing rain for Missouri. Then you're going to be getting the snow right after that. It's not going to be as heavy as Iowa because you're going to be getting the rain first because your temperature battle. But as you go Saturday afternoon, it will start bringing the storm into the south, and the surface low does form low into the south. And according to NAM 3K, it brings all that cold air down. You get some snow across northern Louisiana, across Mississippi, Alabama. You're getting a lot of snow first for Tennessee. You get some rain, some snow, but then you're going to be getting some freezing rain as this passes by. This is only the first 60 hours. That's as far as you can see. But you can see how it goes all across Illinois. Then it comes into Tennessee with a lot of rain. The rain in the south, then Tennessee gets the snow and the freezing rain. It don't go too far into Kentucky until after that, and it's all going to be freezing rain. You can see the severity of this storm that is going to be, guys. Freezing rain in the pink, you got your ice in the tan, and you got your freezing rain here. It's going to be a nasty storm. And this is the area roundabout that National Weather Service showed. GFS shows a lot of this as well. Euro don't show it. Now, the NAM does show good amounts of snow as this passes all the way until Sunday by noon. That's as far as you can see with the NAM on the snowfall. There will be more. But you can see how heavy it is for Iowa. You are getting some very major snowfall. It is showing very heavy amounts for Iowa, all the way up to 13 inches for this bright spot right here. As it goes towards Missouri, getting very much major snowfall. And that pink, you can see it down here, is all the way from 9 to 16 and 17 inches. You got the blue in the 1 to 5, 1 to 6. You got the major snowfall here for southern Missouri and for northern Arkansas as well. This is where your temperature changed and you had a lot of rainfall. 1 to 5 inches across Arkansas is showing an inch across northern Louisiana and most of Mississippi showing you will see an inch of snowfall, with heavier for the northern half of the deep south, 1 to 5 inches, with a little bit of areas for major, especially for Tennessee. It's showing you have a lot of chances to get up to a foot still in all this bright pink right here. And the wind gusts are still 40 and 50 miles per hour like it showed with high resolution rapid refresh. NAM shows it carries along all the way to the south and the southeast with 40 and 50 miles per hour damaging winds. Starts turning 40 and 50 for Alabama and Georgia around 9 p.m. on Saturday. Panhandle, Florida with the severe weather. Goes into Georgia, gets into South Carolina early morning. There still will be an early morning storm for y'all over there, South Carolina. But it's showing the same thing, 40 and 50 miles per hour winds across Florida, 40 and 50 miles per hour winds across Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama. And you get some 60s in there for northern Georgia by Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. When this storm just goes crazy, you get all that ice, you get all that snow, and you're getting 40 and 50 miles per hour winds going across South Carolina. And this will carry into the coast of North Carolina as well. You just can't see that far on this model. And you also have the sleet. How it wasn't that much for up there in upper Midwest. It's not too much for the south, but it really gets bad when you get around the southeast, around Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And you can see how it goes up to 1/10 of an inch for northern Georgia. But once you go into South Carolina and North Carolina, then you get over an inch of sleet, over 2 inches in North Carolina. Now, NAM has been known to overdo things a little bit, so I'd say at least an inch for North Carolina and at least half an inch to possible an inch for South Carolina. And let me tell you what, all you need is 1/4 of an inch for power lines to start going down, branches to break off. All you need is 6 to 8 inches of snow for that to happen as well. You're going to have both. But it is showing upstate South Carolina is the heaviest part of all this ice, and as well as North Carolina. It's going to be a big issue over there. And the freezing rain as well. It is bringing some freezing rain across Iowa and South Dakota and a little bit in the south. But you see how it's heaviest for Tennessee and the southeast. And so far it's showing 1/2 inch of freezing rain is possible from southwest Tennessee on a straight line across it to northeast Tennessee. So there will be some freezing rain. There will be some rain before all this snow. It will be a big issue for y'all as well. Not only ice, but you got freezing rain for northern Georgia as well. And the freezing rain is going to be heavier than the ice. You have up to 1/2 inch or more freezing rain. South Carolina, where it's not getting the ice, is going to be getting the freezing rain all the way to Columbia. Over 1/2 inch, some spots 1/80th of an inch. A lot of heavy freezing rain, a lot of ice, and then you're going to get some snow as well. North Carolina, you have a chance for 1/2 inch of freezing rain as well. And it's going to get a little lighter as it goes away, but you're going to have a lot of ice on the northern half of that. So there's going to be a lot of freezing rain on the southern half. There's going to be ice on the northern half and snow. And just to get a gander of what could happen, because I will do your impacts on Sunday when I come back, of course. But as it goes up on Sunday morning and Sunday evening, all up the coast is bringing more freezing rain and ice with it, as well as the heavy snowfall. Now, if you look, these impacts are a little bit lighter than what they talked about, but not much. This is for sure, guys. The surface low is on the ground. These impacts are not going to vary too much more. And then the winds are going to carry from the southeast up to the mid-Atlantic, 50 for high 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts. And then it still shows that once it goes towards Maryland, Delaware, the northeast, it's also getting up to 60 and 70 miles per hour wind gusts. Hurricane force, guys, even gets up towards 80 towards the New England states. Very strong storm. But it's still showing very much over a foot of snow all the way from North Carolina all the way up to New York and New England states. Still very heavy snowfall coming. It's still showing the coast isn't going to get too much. Thank you again for visiting my channel. I do appreciate it very greatly. God bless you and your family. Please share this information. Please hit the like button. Show support for the channel. Get it out to new people. Let them get this information. God bless you all. I want to pray for each one of you to be protected, whether you believe or not. I have faith for you from our Father. You have to have faith. Amen. I'm going to pray for you and your families to be safe and all your loved ones. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Amen. God bless you all. Keep you all safe. May you all pray to the Lord, because he loves to hear your prayers. He loves to answer prayers, guys. All power, all glory does go to Yahweh, God of Jacob. And he will keep you safe through any of this, no matter how bad it looks. Don't be afraid. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Have a very blessed day. Have a very safe weekend. I will see you Sunday morning early with an update on this ice storm that you'll be going into that morning. God bless.